Hello, you guys. So I made a video yesterday saying that I only want to be friends with people who think I'm wonderful. And I thought I should explain that. It doesn't mean that you have to agree with me. It doesn't mean that you worship me, put me on a pedestal, never get mad at me. That's not what it means. It means that in general, you enjoy me, you enjoy my company, and you like me. The same way that I feel towards my kids. Like, I think they're wonderful. But my brother does not think I'm wonderful. He resents the sexual parts of me, the dating parts of me. He's very critical. He has no problem putting me down. That's what I don't want. Contempt, criticism, avoiding me, not caring how I feel. Those are things I don't want. I've known people that I have contempt for, that I don't like, that I look down on. Like women with fake breasts, I look down on, so I should not be friends with them. I should not be friends with women with fake eyelashes, fake breasts, and long nails because I look down on them. That doesn't mean they're bad. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with them. It just means that for me, since I look down on them, I would not bring them good energy. That's kind of what I mean. So in general, I just think that we should be around people where we enjoy each other so that we lift each other up. But naturally, we can disagree. We can sometimes get in arguments. It doesn't mean I'm better than you. But if I think you're wonderful and you think I'm wonderful, we can be friends. And this does not apply to subscribers or, I'm talking about people in my real life. You can't think that I'm wonderful. You don't even know me. But when it comes to subscribers and comments, anyone that has contempt or that's like super angry or has black and white thinking, I remove from the channel so they can't leave comments. Like people who try to put me down because they actually have contempt for me as a person. I don't want those people on my channel, or guys who are like, never get married, all women do this, or all men do that. That's just negative energy. I don't want that. It's just, having like such a nasty outlook. I don't want to be around people who are nasty all the time and who just behave in nasty ways. I just don't want that. That's what I mean with wonderful. It does not mean that you worship me or adore me. In fact, that's a turn off. That's not healthy. Guys who put me on a pedestal or call me goddess can hit the fucking door. I'm not a goddess. I don't want to be put on a pedestal. I don't want all that pressure, and I don't want a man that's a lapdog. I like people who are equal to me. Like, you're wonderful and I'm wonderful. I'm not more wonderful than you. But, a lot of people, because they're family, they think that they can treat us like crap because, hey, they're family. And so they abuse it. But that comes down to the parents. The reason that my brother and sister are so selfish is because my mom didn't have very good boundaries, didn't teach us good boundaries, and I had to learn a lot of that stuff through my marriage and later on in life because I wanted to. But I made sure when I was a mom that my kids liked each other, and I didn't play favorites. I didn't make the older kids responsible for the younger one or babysitting the younger one. I did not make them responsible for parenting. And also I made sure that they each had their privacy and were respected. I remember, for example, when I was in high school, my sister would just go in my room and just borrow my clothes without asking, and I would ask her not to do that. And she would do it anyway. My mom did nothing. And what that did, that's an example of how I start resenting her and getting more and more angry because my rights and my boundaries and my space were not honored. We each had our own bedrooms, and I would be so angry, and my mom did nothing. And so my sister learned to be very entitled, to learn to be very selfish. And my sister is very entitled and selfish, so she's hard to get along with. And same kind of thing with my brother. My mom kind of babied him too much, and he became very entitled and critical. He had all of his own issues. I think that parents have to make sure I think if the kids don't get along, often it's how the parent treated the kids differently and didn't make sure that their boundaries were honored and respected. You know, also all my kids were in Montessori school, preschool for many years, so they learned about respect, taking turns. Even in Montessori, they have rules, like if you don't want other kids to watch you while you're doing your work, you can put out a little sign, and that means no watchers. So a child's private space is protected. And even though I had my own bedroom, I didn't have a lock on the door, and my sister was just going to take my clothes. I'd be so mad. I remember a couple times I was so frustrated. That's back when we had like film and cameras. I would like open her camera and take out all the film to ruin her film, but that did nothing. And then when my sister was a waitress, she would like take the money from the guys for the drinks and put it in her pocket, like she was dishonest. And I never did that. And she would go to the bar and have guys buy her drinks and then walk away, and I never did that. Like, she was always selfish, and I think my mom made her selfish. So she's just harder to get along with. And my brother is very critical. And I used to put up with his abuse because I thought, well, he's my brother. I should be okay with whatever he wants to tell me. But he would just tell me all the things that were wrong with me that he hated, that were from years ago, and repeat it over and over and over. And he did the same with my mom. And I let him get away with it because he was my little brother. But I got tired of his abuse. And he's hard to get along with. Like, everyone in the family says he's hard to get along with. But he gets along with some people better than others. But he doesn't think I'm wonderful. And I think my sister thinks I'm wonderful, but she violates all my boundaries about phone calls, and she's just very loud and attention seeking. I just don't want to be around them. I don't have to. So I don't owe anyone a relationship. So that's just to clarify. I don't want any relationships that are difficult, complicated, that upset me for no reason. With my clients, I have the best time. They're so polite to me. They're so sweet. They think I'm wonderful. I think they're wonderful. So I'm happy to just be with my clients, just go about my day. You know, today I went to the gym. I talked to a couple people. I thought they were wonderful. They thought I was wonderful. Just these nice little like interactions at the gym. That fills me up. I don't need a family that gives me a fucking hard time. There's no benefit to having a brother or a sister that just are annoying. Like, what's the benefit? What's the payoff? What's in it for me? Nothing. They say that people used to live in families, but those families were not happy. I tell you, there was a lot of discord and arguments in those families. That's why they all died so young back then. The reason they died so young back then is because of all of the stress of dealing with their family. That's what I say. All the stress of dealing with their toxic family that they had to deal with. Well, we don't have to anymore. So that's what I mean with wonderful.